Peace, love, and light, y'all. It's your girl, Morgan Renee Myers, tuning in. Talking about some topics. So, y'all know I be out the loop. I kind of come on, post my stuff, and go. I'm not as in tune with other people's business as I could be. Because I really don't be caring. But then I see a bunch of stuff on social media, and then I start to see opinions, and then I may or may not do further research. I just go based off of what I see, form an opinion. And so today I wanted to talk about the Megan Thee Stallion situation. So again, I don't even know the full extent of the story, but I'll share what I read up on, and then I'll share what why I came to talk about this. So, for those that don't know, Megan Thee Stallion is a young lady. She's a rapper. She's in her early 20s. I believe she's under the age of 25. She's from Houston, Texas, and she mostly raps about, like, you know, I guess what would be deemed sexually liberating songs, songs that have to do with, you know, her sexuality and, you know, just being a boss bitch that's, you know, fly and can fuck a nigga good and don't give a fuck about a nigga money, that type of vibes. That's the type of way she on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm bop to a song or a few. You know, everybody got their lane. Everybody do what they do. We're not here to talk about her music career and what she chooses to talk about. We're talking about what happens to her, physical violence on her body. So she made a tweet that said, "Black women are so unprotected, and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. It might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life, and I'm real life hurt and traumatized." So, hello, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Peace, peace, peace. I appreciate you all. So, yeah, so that's what she posted on Twitter, right? Then someone made this post and posted it in my group. Well, they didn't make the post, but somebody else did, and somebody shared it in my group. And this is what the post said. "Hey, Sharon. Some sister named Sarah Lena made this a caption to Megan the comments tweet about black women being unprotected. Hey, Belinda girl. And so this topic has been going around quite a bit about black women feeling unprotected. There's been a lot of dialogue about that. And even when I started to share more stuff like that in my group that I'm speaking on is called The Exchange. It's a group where we talk about sex, relationships, and communication. And at one point, a lot of people were saying, well, that's such, it's so divisive. It's so divisive. So I wanted to slow down. Hey, Danita girl. I wanted to slow down on sharing certain stuff like that because I was like, well, damn, I don't want it to feel divisive. But if this is how people are feeling, what are the solutions so that we don't feel as unprotected? What's causing us to be so unprotected? What's causing our own brothers to harm us? Let's have these conversations of dialogue. So the topic at hand is Megan Thee Stallion. Let them know, SAV. The topic at hand is Megan Thee Stallion, a rapper, getting shot. Right? I don't know much of the backstory. From what I read, and I don't even know if this source was credible. I read something that said there was a dispute or something going down in this car after a party, wee hours in the morning, 3 or 4 in the morning, and Tory Lanez let off his gun, and the bullets bounced on the floor and hit Megan's feet. So I don't know if that's a credible story. I don't know, if he wasn't really even shooting at her just out of frustration or whatever. He popping off again, not safe, not cool. But the target wasn't her feet, and her feet just got in the way. I don't know. We don't know. We wasn't there, right? Shabazi said, "I've been elected to fuck it up with my Meganese until she is better. I am done." Right? I was thinking about that too, because if them toes don't pop back, because boo, you can't pop like you think you can on them knees. Real quick, let me share this in my without no pinky toe. You can't pop on them knees without no pinky toe like you used to could when you had your pinky toe. That is fucked up though. Alright, let me share this into my group. Because this is where it got a little heated today. Now, I'm going to give some disclaimers, and I'm going to speak my truth, give my opinion, get out the way, get to these comments. So, I did say some things earlier that I think may have offended, turned some people off, that I bet they was talking shit under their breath about me or out loud, just based on, the reactions or comments that I saw. And that's fine. When I come on this internet, Denise said she didn't have insurance. Girl, shut up. When I get on this internet, I really try to see things with a super open mind. So I don't, even if somebody is saying something idiotic, if he's patriarchal, misogynistic, whatever, like I really try not to let that get to my heart. It may throw me off. It might make, depending on how crude it is, it may make me block them or but other than that, I don't really take, not that I don't value what men say, but I'm not taking it to heart like that. Just because I can't. Just emotionally, I cannot be drained like that in that way over what some stranger I don't even damn know had to say about black women and not protecting us. So, Sharon said, coming from a black woman who have black men in my life, that is with the shits. I did a survey of why they feel like black women isn't protect and what would be the holding point from protecting black women. And most to all the men I surveyed said because black women hate accountability. So let's write that down. Okay, accountability. And that's something I talk about a lot heavily, and that topic always gets a vice versa. Yes, both genders, everybody need to be holding themselves accountable. Point period blank. Anyhow, let me get into my standpoint on what I said that some people might have made me mad. So first of all, I gotta read y'all what the caption was. So Megan posted about getting shot. Somebody wrote this caption, sharing that. This real ass bitch that gives a fuck about a nigga feels unprotected. I think she should either live the life she glorifies or stop glorifying that life. And also choose better next time. Once you reach a certain age or certain level of maturity, you should be fully capable of choosing which people you want to be around. Choose better next time. Hopefully she thinks of this as she's healing, which I truly hope she does in every aspect. But someone gonna say I'm victim shaming, so I'm hopping off. Have a great day. Love y'all. So a sister wrote that. And it got a lot of feedback on my page, and I was like, I gotta talk to y'all, the people, about it. So, like I said, some people probably got mad at me because I did say some stuff. First of all, the real ass bitch get fuck about a nigga. That's not one of Megan's rap lines. That is a line from City Girls, and City Girls, they out of Miami, and Megan did take part of those lyrics and have Ty Dolla $ign sing the boy version of it in Hot Girl Summer, which was a hot song for Megan last year. But those are not her lyrics. So I feel like, first of all, if you're gonna come talk shit about, or come speak truth or whatever, come with your facts straight, okay? Because especially for those of us out here that ain't in the loop, and you starting off all wrong, honey. So but I think it was it might have been Woozy that said, somebody in the group said something about another lyric of hers, I'm a savage or something, that actually was her. And I was like, yeah, that's what they should have started the post off with, with the correct lyrics. Because a lot of people just got caught up on that first sentence. And that's why I'm saying you got to come with your facts straight. Because if you come with inaccurate facts, half the motherfuckers that's about to post about to just be caught up on the error that you made at the very start of the daggone paragraph. So everything you had to say after that was null and void. So don't come with City Girls lyrics on a Megan Thee Stallion topic. That's first off. But the girl that got that mad and made an angry sign on when I agreed with the brother that, he said girls in the hood. She just came out with the girls in the hood. And he's like, statistically, where he from and where he at, being a girl in the hood, some shit could pop off. You could get your toes rocked off. But a lot of people are saying, well, just because somebody raps or, artistic wise has a certain type of lifestyle, don't mean that they should be harmed and endangered. And I absolutely agree. Nobody should be harmed or endangered for anything they do. But also, reality and wisdom lets you know, being in certain situations, spaces, sometimes things are bound to happen. I don't want to say bound to happen. Let me just say what I gotta say so I can get into the comments. My standpoint on it is this. I don't know what happened in that car. I don't think Megan has a right to have been shot. I don't think anybody should have violence without just cause brought against them if you're not coming directly bringing me harm. And we don't know. Maybe she was whooping his ass in the car. I'm not saying I don't want to put shit out there, but I'm just saying, whether he was in harm or fear for his life or not, violence is it's not cool. It's not fun. So I don't think anybody should have got hurt. A lot of people were saying, well, choose better or watch the company you keep. And then there was a lot of sisters saying, well, sometimes you don't even know that people are like this until, you know, you get caught up in a situation. You don't know to be cautious around this person because you trust them and y'all friends. Like, you never would see this. So I see all sides of that. Just from my own personal experience, I could understand where some of the men were coming from that that stated otherwise, that stated, okay, well, you know, maybe she need to choose better or her environment's better. And I know a lot of people probably think I just be kissing men ass because I always got shit to say that's either glorifying them or seeing it from their viewpoint. And it's not that. But I do understand that sometimes my sisters can have a hard time with accountability because I have been there in the place before. You couldn't tell me nothing. I didn't handle criticism well, and it's not even like it was just negative shit that you need to change about you. Just, I definitely had an attitude problem, definitely emasculated men, definitely just was not a respectful person at one point in my life. And it took a man kind of like checking me in his own way. He had his own shit about him why that didn't end up working out. But I did learn a lot through that journey, and I learned a lot about myself. And I listened to men. A lot of us say we have male friends and we don't have a lot of female friends or whatever, and some of us got female friends, but a great number of women I know say they have male friends. And so I'm wondering, if we have these relationships with these men in our life, are we listening to them? Are we learning from them? Not to say that men are the end all be all, that they have all the answers, that they're always correct, that their word is bond, that patriarchy is the top notch bee's knees. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying, especially with what my mission is as far as communicating and building great relationships not just being intimate, friendships, partnerships at work, all of that. Communication is an important thing, and it's a valuable thing. So if we're going to be interacting with these people in our life, it's great to hear what they have to say. And so the consensus among a lot of men that I talk to, they also agree, or they feel like, you know, I can't really say anything or ask her questions about herself that may cause her to reflect without like getting shot down or cussed out or deflection or taking off the topic or just getting real rah-rah. Like, accountability be like dead. So, and I know this can be a vice versa thing. I definitely know guys that have done it and do it. But again, back to me and my personal experience. I have been caught up in many situations before, and violence comes in various forms, not just with guns. So I'll leave it at that. And some of these situations, after I had to reflect on it, I had to really just be honest with myself. Had I not even been in that situation, I wouldn't have experienced the trauma that I went through. Point blank, period. If I hadn't been around the type of people, if I hadn't been consuming what I was consuming at the rate I was consuming around the people I was consuming it with, I would have been a little safer. Now, whatever reasons led me to doing this, whether I was just being fun and free, whether I thought I could trust these people, which was the case in some of these instances, none of that negates the fact that had I just been a little more intentional about my environments, or what's that thing we got, women? Intuition. Men, they be clowning us. They be like, yeah, y'all got all these intuitions, but y'all be missing all the red flags, and then want to talk about it, niggas ain't shit. Where's your intuition when it comes to selecting great guys? And I think that's a valid point. I ain't even got shit to say to that. Where do it be? I don't went against intuition and gut feelings because I can see where a nigga could be. I can build him up. I can work with him. I see his potential. How many times we done that? Still doing that. Bring me one. Girl, I just gave this damn bottle away. This shit was nasty. This was that black girl matcha I posted last night. It was $24 at the black owned wine store. And it tastes like that. What is it? Cabernet Sauvignon or something. Rain to say I'm pissed at these men. Yeah, now some of these comments was kind of wild. But anyways, so that's my take on it. But again, also I'll say this. Because when we don't be trying to hurt, they feel. Because right, girl, right. But I will say this too. So that's just my personal experience. I've had to look and see that sometimes I've been, hey, Fantasia girl, I've been in places and situations that I shouldn't have been. If I had used more wisdom or my intuition, I could have avoided some situations. But anything can happen anywhere, no matter who you are. You ain't got to be a rapper talking about being sexually liberated and fucking over finessing niggas to accidentally get shot by some friends. You could be living in a country hick town with a mother that's high on something and got a shotgun and your toe get, you know what I'm saying? So like, and it could be your cousin. these tragic random acts of violence and incidences can happen anywhere to anyone. So let's be clear on that. I do like that some of the sisters were saying, okay, no matter what she rap about, where, talk about, that does not mean that she deserves to be hurt. So why are the men not taking accountability themselves in the fact that you thought it was okay to act violently in a car with humans? And so I can see that point too. I'll say this last thing and then I'll get into the comments. I have observed a lot of different answers in men and women on this here internet. For those of you that have been following me a while, you hear me refer to, at one point in time, I used to follow or be engaged or tuned into this sister that has a wife school and teaches about wifehood and all this and that. And some of the men that followed her, they just had a very patriarchal, very gender role-ish, form about how they posted stuff, and some of this stuff could come off really strong, and a few I had to block, and some I just keep around just to, see where they head at. One thing I commend them on is that they're saying and talking like this out of the precepts of family. Hey, Asboo. They just want strong family structures and wealth, and feel like, black people we're not at our optimal level that we could be with that, especially with the amount of, single parent homes or divorce, at high percentages and all this and that. So I get their basis, but some of their viewpoints, hey twins, could be kind of strong. But some of these men would say, in regards to protection of black women, because that's what Megan is saying, like, black women are the least unprotected. And I've never even heard her talk like this. So I hate that it took something like this to happen to, like, hear this. But then again, I don't follow everything she's saying. I know what she's talking about. Anywho, some men have said that the reason that they don't offer protection to all women is because pretty much, I wouldn't say submission, but like all women don't operate in a way that they deserve the protection. In other words, some women don't adhere to things that men will tell them in order to keep them safe. So for example, if you're the type of woman that feels like no matter the situation, what I'm wearing, where I'm at, what time it is, whatever festivity I willingly chose to came to do, whether I was going to go prostitute and shake my ass or whether I was just going to a party, I should be protected regardless. If something is happening to me and I'm a black woman and you're a black man, you're supposed to intervene and make sure I don't get fucked up. Some men would say to that, but if you don't ever adhere to any boundaries that I try to help set up or any regulations that I try to not that they trying to really control you, and this is just the standpoint from what I've read from some brothers, not that they're trying to control you, but they're trying to already set up safeguards for you so that you're not in situations where they too have to risk their life. Because it's not just the woman not being protected, black men be getting fucked up too. So if I'm going to step in and make sure that you're safe, and if you can't protect yourself in whatever manner, or if you're just talking about protection from the sense of when things do happen to me, instead of black men running to the internet and bashing me, and they're not talking so much about physical protection in the natural sense, I get that. But yeah, that's what some brothers are saying. Like, we don't allow, so pretty much, let's take Megan for example. From some of the comments I read today, some of these brothers would say, okay, well, she's talking about finessing men. She's talking about, what she's doing, how she, she's liberated, how she want to dress, how she want. So if you're the type of sister that is like, a man can't tell me what to wear, you going to tell me what time to be in the house. I'm my own woman. I'm this and this and that. Okay, well then what you want me to do? Because in order for me to protect you, it would be easier on the both of us if you weren't out scantily clad at this time in the morning. Not because you shouldn't have the ability to, or you're not a free woman, but because the type of people and energies that is out at the night at those places are usually not the most ideal to be around. So to even avoid being caught up in shit like that, it'd be best if you just stayed your ass home. Had a girls' night. There's a song by David Leathers. He's a local artist around here. It's called "Why You Gotta Do Is Trust Me." Then he got this line. He be like, "You should have a girls' night. What's wrong with a girls' night?" I was like, okay, David. You trying to let your girl have a girl's night? What you gonna be doing? No, okay. All right, let me read y'all comments. Twin said, okay, I feel you. Feel me? Sharon said, facts. This is facts, and I can vouch for this. Our women, you can't tell them shit. Can't tell them a damn thing because we grown. We gonna do what we want to do. We gonna make our own decision. Da-da-da-da. So when something go pa pa pa, then it's, oh, we so unprotected, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Not saying it's right. Not saying she should have got shot. Not saying... I'm just, in general... When you can't tell nobody nothing, how can you... Okay. David said, we all getting fucked up. Agreed. That I feel like as us, we always say we got us. We don't need no one to do something for us. So men feel like, if y'all talk like that, why keep trying if you're going to snap on them if we do something? And don't some women, not all, don't some women throw that in people's face too? One of the girls in the group, they was debating, and I guess she said that he was doing something. I'm going to read it. And he was like, well, I'll give you $50 if you can find where I got off topic. And she was like, I wipe my ass with $50. So I'm like, we been talking out the side of our neck to these niggas and then want them to like come step in just because we black women. Like, come on, sis, there's got to be some give and take here. Like, and then for you to say, I'm an artist. I do words. I write books. I do poetry. The more I become spiritually in tune, and the more I even learn about my ancestors, and going from not writing to also just being the historians and literary geniuses of the world, and what the power of writing and text does. You're not going to tell me words don't matter, and that you separate an artist from their personal, which I do get, because I am personal outside of my artistry, and so there is a separation there, but there's a lot that intertwines. I'm not just doing art and singing shit that I totally disagree with. Come on now. Something about Megan wants to freely pop ass, finesse niggas if she can, ride dick good. I believe that about her. But then we gonna turn around and say, oh, well, we can't take what they say in their songs to heart because we don't know them. Come on. All right. We got a good damn idea. James Earl Jones said, I hear them, but we can use that same argument when they in shit with the police. Okay. Ross said, violence is innate. Is this a long? Boy, look now. Violence is innate. Humans will be violent with other humans. Okay. Saying someone doesn't deserve to have violence perpetuated against them when they are promoters of violence is asinine. And in that regard, the argument was made many times. Megan is not necessarily rapping about violence. She talk about what she can do on the dick, how to shake her ass, how she's an independent, fabulous woman. I ain't never really heard her talk about popping nothing. And I gotta re-listen to Girls in the Hood. I don't even know if she was talking about nothing then. But that's not really her catalog. But let's get back to your comment. One of my favorite movies is The Bodyguard. I can't protect you like this. Protection always comes with a cost, and that cost is always submission. You can't protect someone who's out of control. Tron said, absolutely, she didn't deserve to be shot, but come on, people. We have to be realistic, and being realistic will bring about real solutions. Do anyone have the real? Okay. Real story of what happened. David said, I've had some sisters get mad that I tried to intervene in helping situations. It's like we are in a gray area with what we should do when we are the stones that the builders refuse. I am the stone that the builders okay. So, okay, David. I've heard that too, not in like instances like this, but other stuff. Like some women don't want you to do this and some do. And so dudes just be like utterly confused out here about shit. I'm just getting to the comments. I really ain't got no more to say. So that was my standpoint. I personally have had to just analyze where I've been in life and do better. But also I don't think people should just be getting shot over shit. But I also do think that people's lifestyle, I feel like, even though remember I said earlier that this could really happen to anybody. You could be in a hick town somewhere and accidentally get shot. But I do just feel like, I don't know, that some of them fast-paced celebrity lifestyle, it's just so much going on all the time. You're around so many different energies and parties and intoxicants and stuff, and you know that messes with your emotions and your brain and you know, and I just feel like, I don't know, but I mean you could be doing that at home too, drunk, and you know, it's a lot. All right, so after the sister posted what Megan tweeted on Twitter and then said the real ass bitch get fucking out of nigga and all this and that, feel unprotected and she should choose better next time and I hope she heals, and they gonna say I'm victim shaming. These was the comments. I'm going to try to, I think I'm going to try not to say people's names since this is in a group. Okay. So the first comment was by our good brother, and he said, just said the same thing. If dude tell you he sell dope 24/7 in every song, the police raid you while you in there, don't complain about the dude getting you caught up in some shit. I thought she was about that life. A sister asked, why are we blaming her? She's young, has no real guidance, and she's an artist. We don't know her in real life to pass judgment on her lyrics. So I just read what she said, and I responded back. I said, so don't blame her for being in the environment she glorifies and chooses to be in. Instead, make excuses for her. And I quoted what she just said. We don't know her in real life to pass judgment on her lyrics. So I said, so we can't say that she has no real guidance because we don't know her upbringing, or who guides her. But I got what she was saying. Like, don't blame her for getting shot just because she's in the car with this guy. Like, she's 23. Like, you do dumb shit at 23. But don't blame her for getting her toe shot off. She didn't know she was about to get a toe shot off by this guy. I get what she was saying. But also, I just be reading stuff back. Okay, so pretty much don't judge about the situation from this perspective because it sounds negative. But also, we can't judge shit because we don't know it, right? So we can't say yay or nay about it. That's all I was getting at. Then, so she responded back to me. She said, that girl does what sells. We don't know the girl in real life to pass judgment on her. No one deserves to be harmed. No one. People have to have compassion instead of writing people off. And I agree. People do need compassion. Also, no one is forcing her to be in this industry. She chose this. She was inspired by like 3 6 Mafia. No one doesn't deserve to be harmed. But she does what sells. Yeah. And there are artists out here like Moo Fresh who don't do what sells, are wonderful artists. Their fan bases may be smaller, or they may not have such the media plug, but they're doing what they do out of their passion and what they want. This is what she chooses to, rap about and live her lifestyle, and she's decided to succumb to being a part of all of that. So I'm just saying, not that certain things come with the territory, but she does what sells. Okay. She definitely didn't deserve to be hurt. Having a dialogue is not judgment. What the fuck is wrong? Yeah. But, and that's why I don't try to take stuff personally, because I understand sometimes, and these are emotional topics. Definitely when we talk about subjects of violence against anybody, especially women, whether it's rape or this or whatever, these are tough topics. So I get how the emotions get caught up, but I can't get so caught up to the point that I'm like just losing it. Someone else said she didn't deserve to be shot. This is ignorant as fuck. Yeah, despite what she raps about or where she be, she shouldn't be subjected to harm. I agree. Oh, I said that. Someone else said this is some BS victim shaming. Nobody lives a life where they can prepare to be shot. True. Look at our own people who are innocent and killed at the hands of police. True. 2020 has shown that we just can't prepare for things that are thrown at us, and she ain't no different. Anyone can become a victim 100% against their will. I agree completely with this sister had to say. Brother Tavon, who posted this, he shared it, he didn't write it, stated, she didn't blame her or say she deserved to be shot. She's drawing a comparison between what she now says in her tweet and the lifestyle she promotes. And he got a lot of comments. So people were saying back to him, what lifestyle does she promote that glorifies gun violence? Being a sexy, independent woman who goes for what she wants, talks about being shot where? He just did the little smack face. And he responded back to her, we're talking about a real ass bitch that gives a fuck about a nigga and promotes this lifestyle to millions of young women is now complaining about not being protected. Then she responds, you're not even talking about the right artist. Before you facepalm, understand you're quoting the City Girls and not Meg Thee Stallion. And regardless of the music she makes, she doesn't deserve to be less protected than anyone else. What kind of man can sit here and justify someone being more deserving of violence over someone else? He said, you missed the point again. I'll also, this is the part I was weak. I'll also cash app you $50 if you can show me where I justify anyone being deserving of violence. She said, I wipe my ass with $50. The point is, there shouldn't be a correlation between her lifestyle and what she went through because no one deserves it. She's not a criminal or gangbanger, so what happened was unfortunate and she didn't deserve it. That's it. And then he said again, No one said she deserved it. And that's the point that I saw a lot of these brothers riding on. They weren't saying she deserved to be shot. They were just saying, well, when you're in certain environments, certain things happen. That's how I feel like the brothers was getting at. Nobody's blaming her or saying, yeah, well, shit, she outlaid something. She should have been shot then. They're not saying that. They're just saying, oh, I can understand why that happened. The type of stuff you talk about, the lifestyle you live, you're around predatory type people all the time. So anything could pop off at any moment. It's how I viewed how the men were saying it. So he said again, no one said she deserved it. She said, and again, I'm saying there's no connection to be made. And he said, and regardless of whether City Girls or Meg, let's not pretend they don't promote similar lifestyles that appeal to the same fan base. I think the main point of the post is similar to a rapper who glorifies guns and drugs taking to Twitter to complain about how hurt he is that he got robbed and no one came to his rescue. I thought that was a better example. That's definitely a line from City Girls, not Meg. I get it, but that's so beside the point. Well, even the point don't make sense. So get it, someone. That's the way it always works. How is it besides the point when the point is what's keep coming up? I don't even listen to City Girls at all, but I know that what they rap about and what Meg raps about are not the same. Meg don't even rap about or promote street life and violence. So your point that you think you missed is moot. That you think we missed is moot. And he said, I've already given this more energy to this post than it's worth it. Your point is noted. But you posted it. If you didn't want the energy that came, then why post it? This is literally social media. And that's what kills me about it. People post opinions, and then as soon as the post doesn't go the way people thought it would, they don't want to discuss nor debate anymore. Nah. All caps. Nah, bring all that energy. Same way y'all pretty much saying she should have been prepared because of the company she keeps. Y'all should be prepared for what comes with whatever you post. I personally stay ready. So then Brother Ross comes in and said the concept of cause and effect has been lost in this new social order. There's a new magical world where you can do anything and not suffer the consequences of your doing. It's a world of sophistication, something. Sophistry and inverted civilization. Brother Tavarin responded back, I shared this in passing. I share things all the time, though I should have expected folks to come out of the woodwork on this one, considering the subjects most people choose to engage. Which is true. I'll tell you one thing, for those of you that are in the group. There's not many people that get post approval. Okay? Most posts have to come through. Many get denied. Few make it through. Brother Tavarin got the post approval because I know he gonna post something that's talking about something, and he do, and it be no likes, no comments, don't nobody got shit to say because it's talking about some real shit or it's informing you on something or something you gotta read. Quiet as kept on his post. Honey, he post this, and I be forgetting his shit on post approval, so I come in, I already saw about 50, 100 comments. I'm like, who approved this? Because my moderators off living their life. They ain't really been approving shit lately. So I'm like, who done approve? What's going on in the group? Child, hey Larry Bear. Child, I come in there. He done got it popping. And that's interesting because, like he said, I do be posting other shit, and y'all don't come to that, but y'all show up on this. Okay. My point is, I share my opinion. So let me go back. He said, I share this in passing. I share things all the time, though I should have expected folks to come out the woodwork on this one, considering the subjects most people choose to engage. My point is, I share my opinion. People share theirs. But the topic itself simply is not worth me spending more time than I already have engaging in another mindless debate. And then this other brother came and said, oh yeah, she is savage. So her lyrics wasn't the real ass bitch getting fucked by a nigga, but she did do a song talking about she is savage. So if you a savage, look, you looked up the definition of savage. They some ruthless motherfuckers. So when you a savage, you live a savage lifestyle, you might get caught up in some savage shit. That's all I think the brothers were saying. Okay? We coming out, victim blame, y'all blaming her, y'all. You talk about and live a certain lifestyles, you could get caught up in certain situations, but no, you don't deserve to be shot. No, you totally don't. I see what the brother was saying. And then I commented, he said, oh yeah, she a savage. I said, nasty, boozy, and ratchet at that. I just be coming in, I really be laughing at some point, because if I be trying to get too engaged, I just don't even want to. Another sister came in and said, nah, I don't think Meg promotes violence at all. She's much more about empowered femininity. Moving on. Someone said, no matter where you go, who you are, what you do in life, shit can still happen. Just be safe. This other sister said, to my knowledge, they weren't dating, they were just friends. So to compare a song that, isn't hers to the situation is irrelevant. That's why I said the person who even posted this should have put the right darn lyrics. Because people just gonna get caught up on the wrong lyrics at the beginning. Like, child, can't get past that if you're starting off with illogical non-facts. So come correct if you're going to be talking about these people. Because, I damn sure don't be following celebrities and what be going on. So I'll be out the loop. I'll be learning literally from what y'all post. So if y'all posting the wrong lyrics, and I don't know, City Girl from Megan, you going to confuse somebody, child. So, and also, I don't know what's going on in there. I guess people are joking about it. I think 50 Cent has been making some jokes, but he talks shit about everybody. So some brother said those jokes are going to fly, but for her to say she feels unprotected is crazy. Everybody is literally on her side if Tory shot her on purpose. And someone else, the sister said she's referring to 50 making jokes. And he responded back, everybody is making jokes. And it's more so because Tory and him being 5'3", 120 pounds as a grown man. But we are definitely on her side. Yeah, so someone else said, first of all, those aren't her lyrics. Second, she never raps about street stuff. Okay, so Tavon chimed in. Nobody said nothing to his response. He said, this is like Too Short complaining that some woman tricked him out of his money and left him broke. No one cares and people laughed at him, but this is his real life. And that's what Megan tweeted. She was like, the black woman isn't protected, but like, people are making jokes, but this is like my real life. Like, I'm really hurt over this shit. And it's like, okay, so a nigga that raps about Too Short raps about bitches and hoes and all this and that. That nigga got tricked out of his money and left him broke, and we laughed at him and thought the shit was funny because, well, you rap about bitches and tricks and one came and got your ass. So, nigga, you probably deserve. That's probably what. This is kind of the same thing, except violence is involved. Is it? Okay, maybe that was a stretch. So then this other sister said, first off, it was City Girls that said real ass bitch. Second, Ted Bundy's wife married him and he was a serial killer. Sometimes you don't know the people you're around until you know them. Shruggy emoji. Third, I'm tired of the whole choose better idea. Nah, tell the motherfuckers to act better. Just because you choose to deal with someone doesn't give that person a pass for piss poor behavior. When you choose to deal with someone, their demons ain't always right up front for you to see. And I can understand where she's coming from. A brother responded to her and said, you make booed points. I think his autocorrect had him messed up. Good points is what he meant. You make good points. However, that's not the point. When you rap, make money on the bad girl image, don't be surprised when bad things happen. Oh, because she's not rapping like she's an angel and she respects men. Okay. I don't know neither, which is probably why I went directly to the underlying point of the post, right? What bad girl image? Yeah, no comment. Choose better my ass. Stop taking responsibility from motherfuckers for their bad behaviors. And I asked, this before I had read all the comments and stuff. So I just asked her, I said, but we don't have a responsibility to ourselves to not put ourselves in potentially endangering lifestyles and environments. I agree. She didn't deserve to be shot. But I wonder if old dude displayed any signs of verbal or physical violence before that could have been a red flag. Just a thought, because I done got caught up in some shit before that I know if I hadn't subjected myself to the environment, the type of people I knew would be around, I could have avoided getting into unnecessary BS. And I'm just reading the comments and I saw your previous statement and can agree. So she said, of course we do. But you just said you wonder if old dude displays signs of violence, which means we don't know if he did, which begs the question, why do we automatically assume, hey, everybody tuning in, Let me read that. Let me start over. She said, so of course we do, but you just said, she's talking to me, if you wonder if old dude displays signs of violence, which means we don't know if he did, which begs the question, why do we automatically assume that someone showed these signs and tell the victim they should have chose better when they may in fact not have known better until that very instance? And I thought that was a good point. So I responded back. I said, I don't think asking the question is assuming. But I get what you're saying in regards to that. In regards to just negating the violence that enacted regardless if signs were shown or not. So let me explain that, because I don't even think I worded it right when I was responding back. So she has said, So I asked her, I was like, so should we not question, the environments we're in, where we're at, what we're doing? Like, should we not analyze that and see how that, could end if there are red flags or signs of stuff? Like, if we can peep that early, should we not go off of those intuitions and not be caught up in those situations? And she's saying, yeah, but like, why are we automatically assuming that he shows signs of violence? Why are we always assuming when there's a victim and she's coming forth about something, why do we always assume that he had to show signs or he showed us, up front so that we had the chance to do? What if he was cool and you didn't know until this popped off? And I think that's a valid point, because that can actually happen. But what I was saying is, I think asking that question does not mean I'm assuming. I'm asking a question. Did he show signs of violence? If he did, then route ABC could have been taken. If he didn't, then okay, this makes the situation even crazier, because it is actually random and you weren't expecting it. But if he was already showing signs, then we can kind of lean toward, well, damn, maybe this is something I can analyze so that next time I'm not caught up in shit like this. I don't think asking questions means you're assuming. But I guess in the sense, because it seems like anytime, I guess, a black woman says she feel like she's not protected or something happens to her, and if a lot of people are always assuming that someone shows signs of violence prior to enacting something, that it negates the feelings of what happened to the victim. And so I was just saying that I don't think asking the question means you're assuming. But if that seems to be the first reaction, a lot of time I can see why it is viewed as this is a top assumption. Belinda said, when stuff like this come up, it really puts the level of historical ignorance front and center. It's scary, for real, for real. What do you mean by that? Historical ignorance. Okay, so to finish this off, she was saying, my whole point with my comment, people always say you should have chose better, and I think that takes responsibility from the person who wasn't acting better. Yes, if someone's treating you foul, you shouldn't stick around. But if you didn't know their character was foul until you knew them, how could you choose better before knowing them? But the person who is a foul character is going to be that even with the next person until they decide to change. So why doesn't anyone ever say to the foul person, do better? And I thought that was a very good point. Yes. Yes and yes. But I also feel like we can't depend on those people to just do better. And because of the fact that we don't know when we'll run into a foul person, because that is so up in the air, sometimes it could just be wise to try to avoid certain situations and places and energies and lifestyles and career choices if you can, to avoid less issues happening. But let's be real. People are going to do what they want to do. People have, they have dreams to live. They want to be famous. They want to live these fly lifestyles. They want to, do these things. And I shouldn't be harmed because I want to live my truth and do that. And I totally agree. It's a crazy world out here, man. It's an interesting world out here. They should do better. Absolutely, foul people should do better. But baby, what's the scripture? I don't even know it. Something about we don't wrestle with flesh and blood, but with principalities and something or another. Baby, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. It's some shit on these planes. It's some actual demons out here. It's some demonic forces walking to and fro, ready to fuck up somebody's day. Okay? You don't know where that sucker coming out of. So you could say they need to do better. So I understand why the question is vague. Were there any signs? Because then that could add some accountability on the victim's part prior to victimization, that this is a learning lesson, that these are not spaces and people and energies that you need to be around and dealing with. And maybe you might need to switch career choices or your path or the way you present yourself so that you're not attacked by these entities in that way. In these, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Winter said, y'all don't even know what their argument was even about. If you won't in the truck, shut up. And a lot of people agreed. Someone rolled their eyes, wrong artist. She don't even rap about gun violence. Somebody said to watch. Okay. Somebody get in. Okay. How is someone blaming her as if she raps about killing niggas and being a gangster? Any excuse to condemn a black woman, period. Gross behavior. Then his brother says, sorry, not sorry. She the spokeswoman for all the bullshit these women be doing. Fuck, he's quoting her. Fuck rich nigga till he ain't one. She said that, right? Pretty sure that she used that line mentioned, even if it was the City Girls. I'm savage. She repped that like too, right? I'm a bad bitch. She could just say I'm a gorgeous woman, but nah, she gotta lead with stupid. 6ix9ine not to leave dumb men out there. I don't know what this means. 6ix9ine not to leave dumb men out. Another fraud example. There is prices for finessing, run off on the plug, all that bullshit. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But don't old poor woman me today and just a savage ass bad bitch yesterday miss me with the bullshit. Ooh. Someone responded, a sister responded, her being a savage was related to her relationships with men not being shot at. What's wrong with y'all? Junior Bay, you ain't right for that pun. I ain't even about to read it out loud. I love how we be ready for the rebuttals. We be ready with examples. We be ready to argue a man down. If y'all ever watch Dr. Shiraz Ali, and she say a lot of shit. She wrote a book called The Black Man's Guide to Understanding a Black Woman. A lot of black women don't like it. She say a lot of shit in there that we don't agree with, and they call her all kinds of crazy and coon and all of that. But she was saying how like oh dang, I lost my thought. What did she say in the book? Oh, that we can out argue a man. That's why she was saying sometimes, lady, we just gotta let them have it, because they gonna say something else and we gonna say something. Like, they can't out argue a woman, period. Like, you can't. So sometimes we just gotta let them have it. It ain't about the submission or just shutting up because he the man. It's just, we know we gonna out argue them. Let them live a little bit, because they can't do it. So I just love how, even if I don't agree with what's being said, we be ready. So he said all of that, which I thought had some validity to it. If she's saying all of this, she's rapping about all this, I'm gonna get a nigga, I'm gonna take a rich nigga till he ain't one. If I'm a bad bitch, if I'm talking about finessing, running off on a plug, I'm a savage. Like, this is what I talk about. I talk about getting over on niggas and finessing and popping this pussy everywhere. Like, this all I talk about. This my material, baby. Then I get shot in the foot and it's like, oh, black men don't protect black women. You just out here talking about fucking nigga. You don't need a nigga for nothing. You gonna pop your pussy, get your money, ride your dick. You don't need, it don't sound like you need protection. Sound like you got it together. Sound like you do what you like. Don't mean you deserve to get shot at. By all means, don't mean that. But you a savage. Ladies, don't say nothing when laying down. But when she stands up, now we're at I'm about to do this this lyric breakdown video. I've been saying this and I used to do them, but I'm about to really get back on it. So there's an album by this group called City High. If you've not heard them, know them. They had this one song called 5'5" with Brown Eyes that came on the radio. They had the what would you do if your son was at home, kind of alone on that bedroom floor because he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to Somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now. So for you, this is just a good time. But for me, this is what I call life. Yeah, so that was them. But they got a song on there where they be talking about what he was saying. He was like, why do we screw if we can't get along? What's the point getting it on? Don't you know that it's wrong when all we do is sweep it under the rug? What's the point when we touch if we no longer make love? So it's like, we can lay down and be sleeping with people, but when we get up, we ain't got shit to say to nobody. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's my jam, honey. Okay, so after old buddy said what he said, sis was like, her being a savage was related to relationships with men, not being shot at. What's wrong with y'all? Did she get shot by a man or a woman? I didn't see this one. She got shot by a man. Right, like, what's wrong with y'all? Oh, relationships with men. Right. So a man that hears her talk about getting finessed all the time, finessing niggas all the time, who she ain't paying attention to, what she gonna do? Now he just supposed to be so gung-ho and mighty and ready to step in when violence is on the loose? Well, you already don't give a fuck about me. You told me what you would do to me. You told me how you ignore me, how you finesse me, how I'm your little hoe. By all means, don't mean shooter, Tory. But, child. She said, a man. Yet still no reason for it. He said, I'm by no way saying she deserves to be shot. I probably won't get shot. I'm also not in the front lines in the Marines. Streets the same way. You do fucked up shit, say fucked up shit, etc. There are consequences. I don't know what really happened. But if she was trying to do something of that, But if she was trying to do some of that shit she rap about, I can't say I'm shocked. Most people take offense to getting played and finessed. I'm not going to be naive or dumb and think Meg just rapped that shit to get a check and the mother of the church. But it's 2020, so I guess it's possible. So a sister responded to him, how many dummies believe rappers live in the lifestyle they rap about? This dummy, evidently. She was raised by her grandmother, a college graduate. It's the career she chose, so it's an image they selected for her. If she was so fucking street, she would have had a gun herself. You think a motherfucker pull a gun, she can't say stop playing, put it up, and that ignorant ass Milgram was still playing and the gun went off, shaking my head. He said, dummy who? If that's what happened, why not just say that instead of bullshitting around? You right, it's a bunch of lying, fake ass motherfuckers that would do anything for $1. Another sister chimed in and said, 1, people are consistently confusing Megan's lyrics for City Girls lyrics, I see. But 2, I get it. The company you keep and the image you create can make things dangerous, but she was around a friend, someone who apparently knew her personally. Therefore, he knows what type of lifestyle she's in and she's making income. So finessing isn't even her bag right now. It's messed up when George Floyd got kneed. No one justified it. But y'all would justify this shit. This is exactly why black women don't feel protected. And another girl said, talking to him, y'all are gross. And another girl told the man that he sounded hurt. And then this sister, she's been shot before in the head. Feel like she might have had some brain trauma or something from it. She had a lot of angry faces and things to say. She said, shaking my head, it's her fault. Wow, mad face. Smack face. I don't care what a woman raps about. Says music is music. As a human, she has the right not to be abused or shot. That's like saying, because I wear short clothes, I deserve to be raped. Ain't no way. Then the brother responded back, do you believe in the death penalty? I don't, but the shit happens. That's like Trump's not a racist and he says racist things. All that to say is consequences for your actions and lifestyles. Overweight people don't deserve diabetes, but if they changed your lifestyle, you might not get your foot cut off. She said, that's BS. Coming from a woman who was shot in her head. That mentality is some BS. I'm glad my family and friends don't think it's most. I don't give a damn what I sing or rap about. What, as an author, I write about. I did not deserve to be shot, and neither did she. He said, I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm just not surprised. I know if you live and support a lifestyle of fuckery, I can't be surprised some bullshit happened. Not sure how most people take music. The words matter. I don't know her personally, but I would expect a savage, ruthless, bad bitch who would be trying to finesse me. Bitches be setting dudes up and everything. I don't know what she capable of. I know she empowering those types in her borderline hate speech. Woozy says she just made Girls in the Hood. Well, what you think happens to girls in the hood? I be sitting back and I be laughing, yo, because I be seeing both sides of it. I be seeing the passion that my sisters are feeling, and I know they be angry, and they're like, what the fuck? Y'all sound so... Oh, y'all just sound so gross. Like, y'all just not protecting black women. But then it's like, I also be seeing how we talk and treat black men, too. Like, we be talking about, don't give a fuck about a nigga. I'm a finesse nigga. These things are equally, I feel like that's the energy of this live. Like, that's really the conclusion of this live. Like, the energy we give out don't be matching the energy we want back. Can we take a moment and resonate with that? No, we don't deserve to be out here getting shot. But we say we don't feel protected and men ain't doing this and this and that. But we don't listen to shit that they gotta say in regards to us or our safety in the first place. Because we're going to do what the fuck we want and we're not going to listen to you no way. And then also, we be trying to set them up and take their money. And of course, not all. Or... the music don't matter because they lifestyle don't cry. It's just entertainment. Why is that entertaining to us? Because that has been the biggest argument. Oh, well, her lyrics don't matter. It don't mean for her to deserve to get shot. But we be lit off some of these lyrics. So it's cool to just talk about finessing a nigga for fun because you never really gonna do it. So it's just kind of, it's comical. It's your pastime. It's a relief. And I'm not fronting like I ain't turned up to a Megan song. Like I ain't twerked and acted ratchet. The music gets you. The beats be hitting on chakras they ain't got no business hitting on if I wasn't listening. If I wasn't a fan. If I wasn't following her. That's just how I feel about it. Not saying she should have got shot. But we support artistry at the end of the day. The men too. I like how someone said earlier, so you really think these men living a life no, half of them are not the kingpins and all this. It's words. But words are spells. And them niggas be getting caught up in stuff too. And some of them do drugs. They may not selling it, but they might be around the motherfuckers that is the plug. It might be getting caught up in shit. We don't know. Nonetheless, if we gon', I feel like, and then everybody wants to, oh, mind your business, mind your business, but be steady having opinions about stuff that they disagree with too. If you was really minding your business, you'd be all the way minding your whole damn business. You wouldn't even be arguing and getting emotionally intact with some stranger on the damn internet if you was really minding your business that bad. But also, I feel like minding your business looks like, what is it that you really be tuned into? What spirits and energies are you allowing in your realm? That shit do matter. It might not be the life you live or they live, but that shit is a whole energy. It's a whole spell. It's a whole, and it's attached to music. Child, I ain't fucking with it. Okay, so he said she made Girls in the Hood. Well, what you think happened to Girls in the Hood? And I was like, boop. That's the line sis should have started to post off with. Somehow we just got stuck on the initial line, which aren't even Meg's lyrics, and that's when the girl that got shot in the head made an angry face. I wasn't even saying that what the girl said in the post was right or not. I'm just saying if she was going to start the post off talking her shit, she should have had correct lines that matched up, that made sense. Girls in the Hood would have been a great header for this, in my opinion, versus an incorrect line from City Girls. That was just my opinion. So then the girl that got shot responded to him. She said, not shit. That's some bullshit, stereotypical BS. And the fact everyone thinks being shot is her fault is some BS. And another sister said, and if your ass gets shot, I hope they refer to this comment right here. Woozy said, I'm not no stereotype in my hood. I don't know where you, not no stereotype in my hood. I don't know where you from. He said, well, same to you. She said, deaf a stereotype. I'm deaf from the hood. He said, just look on Inc. Baltimore on IG. She said, I work in that field. I know the race of Baltimore. Doesn't mean that ain't a stereotype. So another sister said, I'm confused because I don't listen to much Meg or Tory. So correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they both kind of just talk about fucking? Nothing I've ever seen or heard to see from them on social media made me think either would be involved in drug/gang activities, just fun/party life. Party life doesn't equate to violence because I was a party girl and was never around no fuck shit/violence. So I'm confused as to why she's being seen as about that life. And so a brother responded and said, yeah, that shit a little deeper than what you've been exposed to. Tory Lanez, one of the hardest/street R&B singers out. I don't listen to his music. I can just tell how he carried himself. Okay. I love The Weeknd, but his early content and lyrics, I can tell he ain't about that sweetheart music. It's drug influenced and criminal activity supportive type music. It's definitely not Maxwell. She said maybe drug influence, but I didn't see it as gang shit. Like I said, I'm probably wrong, but I didn't see that. But when niggas are on drugs, they do nigga on drug shit. Like, be shooting a gun in a car. Come on now. You're not telling me this man just singing about all these drugs and he ain't taking none of them. Ain't no way. He said, Meg's situation probably not gang shit, but depends who you know, how you know them, can bring some gang shit in. Meg's Kent pretty upset about the situation. His record label owner tight with Jay Prince. They both kind of salty with her anyway, but that's to say she ain't far connected to some gangster. Okay, so he know a little bit more background about some other people. I don't know. She said, oh, okay. So somebody else chimed in and said, so, because you connected, you should be shot? Got it. Shaking my head. So if my son a gang member, I deserve to be shot? I feel like we be purposely trying to miss points. That's not what he's saying. He said, I haven't heard anything that said this shit was gang related. The original incident of Meg and Tory. Now Meg crying for protection or whatsoever. We know in her camp might be some gang or gangsters ready to rise. So obviously you got me wrong again. Okay, I'm just done with them because they going back and forth. She not to have some people respond. She said, no, I'm responding to your post. You said she ain't far connected. He said she's not far connected to have some people respond in her favor. Half of the rap music industry related to gang criminal enterprise that ain't no big secret. I feel however she got shot was personal in nature. But if she want to pull, let me go get my big cousin card, she might could. But that's all in possible relation talk. Her getting shot probably had to do more with her mouth and playing with a nigga in some kind of offensive way. Doesn't justify it, but that's probably the reason. She responded, I could always call my cousin way before gang, so that don't hold any weight with me. Women been able to call real men for a long time. He said, yeah, them days about over. Plenty niggas ass been kicked for trying to take up for somebody and they been in the wrong. I need to know what happened first. But that ain't got nothing to do with what is your actually statement of issue. I'm trying to figure that out because I ain't said it have to do anything with gang. Maybe you know something I don't. You keep referring to maybe possibly or she not that far connected. I'm asking you. He said, I care so less for the girl. I'm not even sure who the label is. But as label owner, you have a certain amount of investment in your artist. Her and the guy not on great terms. I suspect because earlier this year, she was crying about how he taking all her money from however the contract was set up. And I do remember that earlier in the year, she was doing interviews and stuff talking about the label she was with and they wasn't paying her right and she was about to go somewhere else or something. I do remember that. So if they not already on good terms, and I see what he's saying. We don't know the situation. So if she's popping shit, they're already not on good terms. She might be connected to some gangster shit, even though she ain't about the gangster life. I get what he's saying. So he's saying early in the year, she was crying about how he taking all her money from her. However, the contract was set up. Jay Prince, head of Rap-A-Lot, a.k.a. Mob Ties, is pretty cool with the label owner. So much he spoke up, dissing Meg a little bit. Jay Prince is one of the most respected and feared people in hip-hop. He like the godfather of street shit. He got NBA Youngboy keys back. Some dudes in NY robbed a guy for a rap a lot chain. He got that back because the OGs in NY wanted to make peace. I feel that Meg wanted to bring smoke about the situation. She connected to a powerful crew, but I don't think it's going that far. Might why she even said what she now. I think about that shooting was impersonal in nature and not street shit. Okay, yeah, I don't know what the hell they talk about. That was a lot. Another sister said, nothing makes me sadder than brothers who think certain black women shouldn't be protected. And this conversation usually comes up in women that either live these more promiscuous type of lifestyles or these more sexually liberated, feminine empowerment, whatever you want to call them, women that may not be in the ideal careers. They're showing their body a lot. They're talking very vulgarly or very forthright about what they want sexually. It's usually those type of women and topics that you get a lot of this, well, I'm not protecting that, or I'm not protecting her. And some women just feel like, it's sad that no matter like whatever type of profession you're in or what you're doing, that men feel that it's okay for women to be harmed. And I don't think these men are saying that it's okay. Again, as I said earlier in the live, from some of the readings and studies I've done and conversations I've had with men, some of their gripe about it is that they can't tell us shit. And we don't hold ourselves accountable a lot. So if they're, letting us know, well, hey, babe, I don't think it's a great idea to maybe go out that late, wearing that around those type of people that's been drinking all night and all this and that, because it just might not be safe. Just stay home. No, get the fuck. I had a long week. I'm free to do what I want. I'm grown. I look good. Titties popping. Like, I'm coming home to you, but this is the fuck I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. Then some shit pop off. And they ain't talking about, black men don't protect me. But black men try to give you his boundary and foresight to help protect you, and you went against it. So I feel like that's where a lot of these brothers was coming from. Not that they're saying they agree she should get shot, but also when you live certain type of lifestyles, certain things, you're not surprised if they happen. I missed it. You said she got shot in the pinky toe. Yeah, that's what they saying. Okay, so another sister commented. She said a fucking murderer doesn't want to get shot, so I'm sure she don't either. It doesn't matter what she rap about. She not with all of what she's saying. She thought she was with the motherfucker who had shit to lose like she did, and that she didn't have to worry about that fuck shit. She was raised in Houston, Texas, ain't got shot until she started hanging with the motherfucker in the same income bracket. She more safer in the H-Town street. These celebrities would kill you faster than them. Another sister said, I'm ... lost for words on this ... So because she raps about sexual lyrics, if she had gotten raped, would that have made it okay too? Just curious. And sisters was like, that's my thoughts too. I'm just speechless. I'm confused. No men answered her. But they probably would have. But I digress. Victim shaming is the worst. Some of the thoughts of these men make me so happy I found a man who cares deeply for black women, especially their safety. All of them. I haven't found an exception yet. And the last comment before I log off, sister said, black men showing their ass on this post, shaking my head. I don't care for her music nor live my life like it, but an innocent black young woman was harmed. She's 23 and y'all saying good. What the fuck is wrong with you demons? Sounds like when white people try to justify our murders, shouldn't have been resisting. He had weed on him. Are y'all serious? So that was the end of that conversation. I thought it was really interesting. I saw both sides of it. So to recap, some of y'all are just joining in. So at the beginning of the video, this was my statement before I read those comments. So Megan Thee Stallion recently tweeted that black women are so unprotected and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. It might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life and I'm real life hurt and traumatized. And then some sister went and posted, she gave the wrong quote. She gave a City Girls quote, said, real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga feeling unprotected. I think she should either live the life she glorifies or stop glorifying that life, and also choose better next time. Once you reach a certain age or a certain level of maturity, you should be able to be fully capable of choosing which people you want to be around. Choose better next time. Hopefully she thinks of this as she's healing, which I truly hope she does in every aspect. But some gonna say I'm victim shaming, so I'm hopping off. Have a great day. Love y'all. So that was the sister who had shared that, who had stated that, and someone shared this in my group. And so I just read through all the comments, and the overall resounding comments was from women, and they were saying, what the fuck, her lyrics and her lifestyle do not justify her reasons for getting shot. I do agree that, yeah, no one should be harmed just because of what they wear or what they talk about. On the flip side, I saw where the men's logic were stemming from when they brought up the fact that, well, you know, she lives this certain way and she raps about finessing men and getting up on rich niggas and, you know, being a bad bitch and independent and all this and that. So it's like, well, when you live that type of lifestyle and you're in this type of industry, not that you should expect certain things of violence to happen to you, but like, you get what comes with the territory. Like, you're not a nun. Like, not to say that a nun, I'm sorry that keeps happening. Not that a nun wouldn't get randomly shot, but she's probably less likely. Also another point that I made at the beginning of this video was when I used to follow these wife mentors, there were a lot of men that followed, and they had all kind of things to say that a lot of women would just take as like, oh my God, you're just so patriarchal, misogynistic, and they were kind of very gender role-ish. And I didn't say I agreed, but I respected them speaking their truth. You know, just because a man speak his truth don't mean we gotta agree with it, like it, love it, any of that. We can ignore it, block it, just understand that there's some men who think that way, think they're disgusting, and keep our day going. But I guess not, because if you also feel like these are the same type of men that you have to deal with in society, it could really just hurt your feelings. Hey, Jacinda. But anyways, the men from that wife movement that I used to follow used to say some things that were kind of like, ooh. But I respected it, and also because I knew that deep in their hearts, they were just worried about their family structure. They had thoughts in their mind, and their ideas is what it took for a man to take care of his family, and one of them did have to do with the access that he allowed other people to have to his woman's body and presence, and making sure that, you know, he kept them safe. So there's, you know, a little bit of boundaries and order in place. And they would say the reason why they're not protecting black women is because we don't listen to shit. And we don't hold ourselves accountable. So they can tell us, hey, babe, I don't think you should, like, be out there this time of night. Like, for what? That late. And we tell them, fuck you, nigga. I done worked hard. I look good. I'm about to go out. I'm tired. You like, this mom shit. Like, the fuck? I'm sexy. I'm going out. Like, I'm not listening to you. And so some shit would have popped off. Then it'd be like, oh, why a black man not protecting me? Well, your black man told you to stay your ass home. And that might not be even the best example, but just in general, there are so many situations. And then, like I stated, if we talking about finessing niggas and running game on niggas and not respecting niggas, but then turn around and say, oh, black men aren't protecting me. But you're trying to set black men up and run them dry. Come on, okay? So it's a balance of everybody taking accountability. It's a balance of why is it that we really tune into and create fanship over music and topics that we feel like and Jacinda, I know that the topic is us tonight. We do that a lot. Men don't listen either. That vice versa shit. Like, we gotta sometimes just focus on the subject at hand. Like, we get to them on a day. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It definitely is a vice versa thing. Men do the same exact shit women be doing. But I'm just saying, why are we giving our time and attention to songs and know that her lifestyle and what she talked about does not warrant her getting shot? It's not right. But also, like, I'm just not expecting mad loads of respect and protection when I'm always talking about niggas ain't shit. I'm a run his checkup. Think that should be your next topic. Why do men/women not listen to each other? I talk about that all the time, actually. That's actually the whole basis for why I talk about what I talk about. Communication between the sexes. We have to do better. With communication comes listening. Like you said, why do we not listen to each other? Okay, I'll tell you why. And if we're not going to hold ourselves accountable, what good does listening do, right? Because if we're just listening to respond, if we're just listening to cuss you out, if we're just listening to hear the good parts and miss the other shit that you said that was vital information, that's not really listening, right? So, yes, everything that I do is to help us do better at that. And I'm actually about to have some other resources that will help us do better. There are different games that are being created. There are different skits that are in the works right now. I am putting in the work behind the scenes to make it more than just talk, because at some point this get a little annoying. We be debating back and forth, people getting their emotions, people, yeah. So it's like, we're gonna do some live dialogues as well. But yeah, I'm working on that. We definitely should listen to each other because we be doing the same shit. But I also get it. It's hard to protect women that don't want to be protected. It's hard to protect people that you, some said earlier, control. Maybe that's a triggering word. But if I can't tell you anything, can't offer you advice, can't suggest to you how you should act, move, dress, because you're absolutely right. You have every right. You're a woman. It's your body. It's your right. But me being a man, me knowing the type of over-sexualized society we live in, me understanding that we are spiritual beings having a human experience and we do live among demonic forces. If I, as a man, try to set in place boundaries or rules or suggestions and you decide not to follow them because you want to be a bad bitch that don't give a fuck about a nigga and you a savage, classy, boozy, ratchet, and you better go, then I can't protect you when certain shit pop up that I kind of foresaw or forewarned you against. David said, I've been told by a woman that she doesn't want to be held responsible for her actions. Wow. Well, at least you could admit that. Wow. Because it's not comfortable, okay? That's not even funny. That's the root of all of this. Men, women, everybody. Accountability is like, I don't know why it's so difficult for us as humans, but the more that I was able to tap into it, I've had just a major amount of growth, because it's not always one person. And something that somebody said earlier, like women stay having intuition. We got so much intuition, but we miss red flags and end up in situations, not even talking about Meg, just in general. Like we be missing red flags and all kind of shit, but we got so much intuition. So it's like, as I started holding myself accountable, I could just start seeing stuff and patterns, and like, it just really helps. So like, as a people, we got to do that. And we got to be tuned in, because that will help us not have such sporadic reactions all the time. You know, like it could keep us out of some shit if we was really tuning in, doing what we had to do, and then checking ourselves when we do shit. So, but it's uncomfortable. Holding yourself accountable is super uncomfortable. I have to tell myself that, yes, I know that this was not the best choice, or that this thing that I do consistently that may feel good for the moment, or that may be an escape from real problems I need to deal with because those problems hurt and I'm not ready to deal with them either, or I don't have the finances to seek counseling, or I don't trust nobody so I don't want to tell nobody my shit, or I'm gonna just deal with this because it happened to me and I didn't die. So like, we don't know what people are going through. People on drugs. It's like, life is hard. People are stressed. It's all kind of shit going on out here. Like, for real, for real. But we got to get real with ourselves. Period. If we're going to grow, if we're going to do better, we just do. David said, this is true. It is work that most are too lazy to adjust. Absolutely. So, you know, you get comfortable and stuff it's just what you know, and you're not trying to change, you're set in your ways. But for those of us that are into growth and into wanting to do better, or you understand certain patterns have been happening, you sick of the shit, you ready for a change. Sometimes it take people getting to that point that change. Other people, they'll be like that their whole lives and they'll deal with the things that come with that. But again, in closing, I don't think the girls should have been harmed in any way. We don't know the full inside story or what happened. I just thought it was interesting, some of the thoughts that came out today, and I appreciate everybody that engaged and shared their thoughts with me. I learned a lot more. I appreciate my sisters for sticking up, for us and sharing their beliefs. And I appreciate the brothers for their contribution. And I know it wasn't even many men that commented. It was just a few. And I know sometimes the men like to shy away from these type of conversations because what they really want to say, they know that they'll be attacked, by women, or their opinion won't be valued. But just as equally as we have our opinions about the victim shaming and Megan's lifestyle not contributing to anything that's happening to her, if someone, especially a male, thought opposite of that and voiced it, even if he wasn't saying she deserved it, even if he wasn't blaming her, if he was just saying, hey, well, take note of environment and lifestyle and see how these things play, they just get like attacked. So yeah, I appreciated it though. It was all great. It was definitely a learning lesson, and yeah, great topic. I pray for Megan's speedy recovery, healing. I don't want, all this trauma and the hurt that she's feeling. I know she's been crying and feeling some type of way. Sending love to my sister out there. I want her to get better. And Brother Tory, whatever he got going on that caused him to act in this way, whatever happened, I just pray and send love and energy to the whole situation, that it be dissolved and everybody can live in peace, love, and harmony. So, you all continue tuning in, self-analyzing, growing, elevating, trying to do better than you was the next day, in the next moment. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in and contributing. Peace, love, and light.